Get out the way. Who got a watch? Who got the time? I'm raising the clock. Even in my feelings, grind don't stop. Got big dreams, want big rocks. I got plans, you got talk. Heard it's real cheap, but it's really gon' cost. I'm tryna get these ends, building empires with my friends. I'm about handling my business. No time for stress over bullshit. You think success is an option? I'm tryna get the shit poppin' like woo. Big moves. My rule.
Hey DeMarie TV family, everything I say is alleged, just in my opinion, and it is for entertainment purposes only. So primarily I have been quiet, since Keke's passing, just out of respect for Keke and her Dawson family and her kids, that side of the family. When I say out of respect for her family, I am not including the Moores or the Scotts. I'm not. And I want to make that clarification because I think sometimes when people just make the blanket statements, there is confusion. And it's very important that I make that distinction before I get into kind of what I want to say about Funky Dineva and the whole thing that's happening with him. Oftentimes when people are under attack, it's very hard for you to be quiet, but being quiet and being silent it can be a very effective defense mechanism, because when people are attacking you, oftentimes it's because you're winning. Okay? I want people to pay close attention to this and think about it. When folks are coming for you and attacking you and just popping off at you for no reason, there's reason for that. And oftentimes, if you just be quiet and just go back and look, you will see you've done something really amazing, or you're winning in some aspect, and it is causing them to feel threatened and they're attacking because of that. Okay? The Scotts and the Moores have taken a serious hit with the loss of Keke. There's nothing that anyone who supports Keke, who supports Mel, needs to get up and say. You don't need to be out here windmilling. The battle is won. And oftentimes we don't see kind of when we ask for things and we win the battle, we kind of miss the win because antagonists then pop up and try to steal your peace or steal your joy or hit you again so you can engage in another argument. And hopefully they can win that battle. You understand? Influencers are called influencers for a reason. The more people that they have on their platform, the more people they can influence, and they are able to then leverage their platform and their voice to spout certain products, to promote products, to put out certain positions, to change the minds of folks, to help people's public image. They can do all kinds of things. That's why the more subscribers you get, the more value you are to this platform and to all platforms for that matter. Funky Dineva is someone who is very smart in that he understands how to leverage his audience. Okay? I would not be surprised at all if his message yesterday was not backed by people who have felt like this situation has harmed their image. Because let's be perfectly honest, we all know the situation. We know, and that's just it. You don't have to explain what you know. You don't have to justify anything. You don't have to defend anybody. We all seen it with our own eyes. And if you have not seen it, watch the show and go back and watch all these YouTube videos. And it will be very hard for you to follow kind of everything that is happening if you're not someone who was in it in the moment. But you can if you want to. If you want to know the truth about where people stand with Keke, you can clearly get that if you want to. But people don't want to put in that type of work. They're not interested in that. They're not. The Scotts and the Moores, they are being dealt with. And when you do people dirty, you got to expect that same energy to come back to you. You do. It's no need to defend or try to, people are always going to say Mel had something to do with any and everything. But anybody who knows this story knows that is not the case. They understand 100% what that sit down was about and where it came from. So no, it's no reason to hop on or feel like you have to windmill. You don't have to go to bat. What the man did is distasteful, but he does not care. He doesn't care about those things. He's never going to feel any ways tired about anything. That's not his purpose. That's not what he does. So don't be shocked. Don't be appalled. Don't be offended. Let's start to expect from people what you should expect from them. Don't be surprised when people are exactly who they've always told you they are. I think the thing with Love and Marriage Huntsville is this is a good and evil battle, and it's a battle. It is a battle, and it is emotional, and it takes you on all these rides. But you know what? When you're winning, just let these people go out and let them pop. Just be quiet about it. Let them pop. Let them talk about how awful millimeters are all day, while Maurice has drunken wrecks in the middle of the night. And why the Moores and the Scotts tear down their own family member because of the hatred they have of another woman. That tear down of that family member was happening before the show ever started. If you are a real Love and Marriage Huntsville fan, you know that this thing regarding the show kicked off with Keke first a long time ago, before anybody's face ever hit the screen, and Tisha and her husband decided she wasn't worthy. That's how that all kicked off. This dissension amongst those people goes back long before Love and Marriage Huntsville. So let that battle play itself out. There's a way in which you treat people, and there's definitely a way in which you treat your family. And trying to exclude your family from opportunity and success, and to trying to berate them because of a medical illness is not okay. Addiction is an illness, folks. That's all it is. It's an illness. Period. And a lot of people suffer through it. So I will say, delving into anything regarding Keke at this time is inappropriate. It's distasteful. It is disrespectful. Her family, the Dawsons and the Jabbars, her family had the absolute right to take time to themselves before anyone put a message out. And forcing this into the public was inappropriate. The reason that you sometimes need to take a step back and take time is to allow yourself to grieve that initial shock, and then develop an appropriate statement to be released to the public. And it should have been one voice, one statement, and it should not have come from Wanda Moore. But we know what to expect from them. They're always trying to fix things. Fix. They're always trying to put out fires and shape their image and shape this and that instead of just living right. None of that is hard to do if you just live right. But what I want us to do as supporters of Mel, or as millimeters, or as supporters of Love and Marriage Huntsville, is understand something. When you're winning, you're winning. And we are winning. We are winning. We have a system to do exactly what we set out to do, and that's protect Mel and the kids. We are not people that anyone can activate, shut down. If she tells us to go out and buy something, yes, we're going to buy it because that is our purpose. We are financially, emotionally, mentally, everything supporting her and those kids because we don't want them to fail. That's it. She offers us products and clothing and music that we enjoy. If you don't enjoy it, you don't have to. She has enough people that do enjoy it that she's going to be good. And that's what pisses people off. That's what angers them. They cannot figure out how to shut it down. Don't involve yourself in their figure out, because one thing you don't know about millimeters, if you really don't know what the hell you're talking about, is we're also prayed up and protected at all given times. So just like evil people ain't got to feel no ways tired, we don't have to feel any ways tired either. These people know in their heart of hearts that they wronged this woman, and they're still wronging this woman. And the proof is always in the pudding. Right now, they're looking like dog shit. They know it. When Keke's uncle came out and spoke, he is a man who had no reason whatsoever to say anything with regards to them about the show. This tells you the issues that are going on with them and the issues that were going on with her are real talk in between their families. And it was going on for a very long time. This is a feud between those families, but the only connector between those families was Keke, and she's in heaven, resting peacefully. So now the tie is severed. Now they don't have anyone else that they can blame for anything. Now they're on their own. So I say all this to say, when Funky Dineva says something, it is a purpose behind that. It's probably some money behind that. It is something, some deal going on. He does not open his mouth for no reason. He is not out here just saying things based on his emotions. He don't feel no ways tired because he never would have. Keke means nothing to him. The Scotts mean nothing to him. Wanda don't either. He's gaining something by making these statements. Ask yourself what is the purpose of what he just said? Why would he say that? What has happened in the Scotts' life that has tarnished this reputation that we have seen them try so hard to keep up? And by the uncle speaking out, it's shown that there were things that were happening in her life, personal, private, that family knew about, that we as public did not know about. And that is always the case. Her uncle loved and knew her very well. So when he called out names of certain people, trust, those people deserved to be called out. He don't have no skin in this game. And he's not a man seeking attention. He was hurt. Everybody wonders why there's times you hear a lot from people and there's times that they go silent. Just look at what they're doing. Are they winning or are they losing? Are they needing to be quiet because they need to hear God? You just got to start asking yourself some questions. It's just time to breathe, take a minute, and just look at your situation before you react. And you'll immediately start to see why people are moving the way they're moving and doing the things that they're doing. And most of the time, it ain't got nothing to do with what you done or said. You didn't do nothing wrong. It's somebody trying to find a way to hop in there, disturb your peace, and mess up your win because they over here losing. Let them lose. Let these people crash and burn. Let it happen. Let it happen. Don't be disturbed by all this stuff. Be respectful of this situation. It's very critical that we are respectful of this situation. Most of us who watch Love and Marriage Huntsville enjoyed Keke on that show. Most of us did. It's different than bringing people on the show just for some mess. Who's sleeping with who cheating? It's different. Relationships matter. So I understand that it's probably going to be a lot of people out talking about other things. This may not be what folks want to hear, but just take a breath. Understand that there is a lot happening here. Keep in mind, it doesn't feel good to be lied on and drugged and mistreated because you're supporting someone who you watched be lied on, mistreated, and drugged. But at some point, we have to have understood that if we were going to call ourselves millimeters, there was going to come a time where we would have to suffer this and endure the same shit they put on her, because that's just who they are. They're evil, mean people. Period. There's no limit to the shit they'll do. We're not special and exempt from the same shit they kicked in mail. So, of course, they're going to come for her millimeters. And I say that with air quotes because a lot of people that they're saying did things do not even identify as millimeters. And they're painting everybody with a broad stroke and saying, oh, a millimeter did that. And they're saying, oh, the millimeters went up in Destiny's house and the millimeters went to Stormy's this. And the millimeters ain't done all that. No, not at all. No. Nobody went in Stormy's shop at all. That just didn't happen. And the person who went in Destiny's house is not a millimeter. Doesn't identify that way. Does not support her. He's just who he is, all on his own. Let's stay respectful. Let's move through this situation with class and character the way that most of us have been doing. And let's start to think about why we're being attacked before we respond. And this message is primarily for people like me who pop the hell off. I'm speaking to myself in this moment, and I can see that I need to be careful myself because I'm being quiet and I can hear. Just protect your peace. Stay vigilant. We ain't doing nothing wrong. We're going to be attacked. It's okay. We're covered. God got us. And let's keep it moving. Our battle's won. Period. We win. It's time for other people to get that and understand that. But we won this. And I think that we should just kind of move in that way. They wouldn't be coming for us so much if we didn't. So tell me what you think. What are your feelings? Tell me if you agree or disagree. It's okay. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
Y'all heavy on the tweeting. I'll disappear a whole season like woo. Who said they looking for me? I'ma make you get out the way. Who got a watch? Who got the time? I'm raising the clock. Even if my feelings grind don't stop. Got big dreams.